Hey, it's Anita with Discover Sonoma County Living, and we're going through another one of Petaluma's really cute neighborhoods called the Warf District. And this was all industry, factories, granaries, feedereries. Is there such a thing? Granaries. And this was where the railroad tracks came through, and it was a few little houses, but not really any businesses. But boy, has it changed. Now you can see the buildings in back of me. Those are apartments, and it runs along the river, and it's a lot of apartments. But what I was going to show you is give you a glimpse. Give you a glimpse of the wharf while I'm walking, so that you can see a really cool neighborhood where the old houses, the beautiful luxury condominiums, and the businesses all mix together. It's really great. So first place I was going to introduce you to, if you don't know the wharf, is the Petaluma Coffee Company. It is probably maybe the best coffee I've ever had. You can smell them roasting it. I don't know if they roast it every day, but I think they roast it what they sell every day. And it's just real cute. It's right down here across from me, right there, right at the beginning. I call it the beginning because it's near D Street of the Wharf District in Petaluma. And then behind me is granaries and you see the hay and stuff like that. And then we're going to head down, and I'm going to show you the modern condominiums that you can live in right here in the Wharf District. It's really nice. So, hi. I'm shooting this at about 5 o'clock at night. People are coming out and walking their dogs and going to dinner. But I'm going to cross the street so that you can see a cute neighborhood. Old neighborhood. This is a great house right here. Really cute. See? And then across from it is an auto body shop, and there's even I think the metalworking, art studios, and then there's a recycling plant down here. I mean, it's really eclectic, but it's really cute. And the SMAR Train is a 3-minute walk from here, over the bridge and down the way. So, see, this is like an older Petaluman neighborhood. What street am I on? E Street. It's really easy around here. From I to Mountain View, going that way. Uses most of the alphabet. But see, the busy boulevards back there, and then these nice houses, little bungalows. Look like 40s and 50s houses in this neighborhood. Pretty cute. You can walk to Pete's Coffee. You can walk to 24-hour fitness. You can walk to all the great restaurants right there at the mill, it's called. Nice shops in there. Nice restaurants. Here's a dog training place. See it? I opened up those new apartments I pointed to at the beginning because I was in property management for like 20 years. And I did the hard hat tours and opened up those places. It was a lot of fun. So I kind of, for about 2 years, really saw this place change a lot. The Wharf. See behind me? Brand new condos right there, and there's another one. So you have a vacant lot. Who knows what's going to go in here? Maybe a 5-story condo building. Anyway, all kinds of industry. Petaluma Recycling Center, and then several rows of brand new condominiums coming up right here. Now, as I mentioned in a lot of my videos, I've done driving tours with a GoPro through all of the neighborhoods that are on my videos, and I slowed down the videos So you could sip your coffee or your wine or sit back and watch your phone, and the houses aren't whipping by. You can actually get a flavor of the neighborhood. It's pretty cool. So they're great, and they're all listed down below this video in the description section. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button. I release new videos every single Friday. So there's a lot of them coming out, and a new one's going to pop up. So this is a circuit training place that's all outside. That's new. And here's the outside of the condos. And I've been in several of them that were for sale. Very cute. Super modern, much like you would find in San Francisco. But there they are. But kind of rustic and industrial looking on the outside. And then across the street is Clavey Water Sports, where you can rent your kayak or your canoe and walk it down to the river right here, and then you could just kayak all the way to the San Francisco Bay. Good luck on that. I used to water ski on the Petaluman River. It's kind of muddy and weird when your feet get in that adobe soil. But it's very cool. Taking a boat, or maybe you're stand-up paddling, or your canoe or your kayak out on the Petaluma River. It's very interesting because it's kind of flat cow country that goes into marshes, and it's really great. So here on the other side of me is a whole different look of brand new condos, 3 stories. Oh, and look, they turned a little warehouse into a juice house. Now, they're closed, but it says 7 to 5, weekdays and weekends 9 to 3. There's a juice house here. That's cool. I've not discovered that before, but I hope it survived COVID, because that's great. I mean, people come down here to the Wharf District because it's cool and funky, and you never know what you're going to find. This is a great old building. I don't think it's that old, but it's got a quilting store in it. Looks like fitness is in there. That might even be a few apartments up on top. I'm not sure. Little old house right here, just stuck in the middle of the neighborhood. It's very cute. And then more condominiums coming up here. A lot of times they'll be like stucco with the corrugated steel on the side. So they really kept the flavor of this industrial district. And am I holding the camera too close? Anyway, this is G Street. And I'm just going to do a 360 so you can kind of see business building, and then old houses right there, and then the new condominiums right here. And it's mixed use, so there's some businesses which you can see here. The Bernstein Institute. I don't know what they do, but it looks really nice. See? These are tree-lined streets for sure on this street. And these houses along here are just adorable. Now, once again, I think these are 1940s houses, and there's a whole row of them, each one a different color all the way down. Cute, right? Lots of white picket fences here in the Wharf District in Petaluma. These are pretty well kept up. Some different colors. And I'll just kind of hold my camera this way so you can see. Now, they have a little tiny front, but they go way back. So, nice new fences. And a nice sized lot. So, the end here, as I'm going to go around the corner, the Aquas Cafe is on H Street. And gosh, for 30 years now, probably more, it's been quite the eatery, quite the place to hang out, have coffee, tea. I always met my friends here for lunch or something sweet or whatever. And This whole area is called Foundry Wharf. And it's cute. And I don't even know what businesses are in it anymore. But some very well-known companies that you probably have heard of started at the Foundry Wharf right there. And you sit outside here, and for such a quiet neighborhood, it's buzzing all the time. There's people out there right now. And they read out here, sit in the sun. And this is a business park, actually. There was a clothing store in there. I don't know, their stuff was sold at REI. I forget what it was. And I think Camelback was in there. You know, Camelback, the backpacks. Someone told me that. That's hearsay. Don't quote me on that. A lot of these old brick buildings, like this one, pretty cool. And then you can see the business park over here. And we're only minutes, not even a minute, maybe 2 minutes from the Petaluma River. Now, if you're catching this and you haven't heard my story about the Petaluma River, it's really not a river. It's a saltwater inlet from the San Francisco Bay. It goes up and down with the tides, and it's dredged every 4 years because silt comes in and builds it up. And then boats with big keels can't come up it. And yes, Petaluma has a yacht club right up on the other end here. That's really cute. And the yachts come up here from all over the bay. It's amazing. They must motor in, right? Because you can't really tack on the Petaluma River. So anyway, I'm going to walk over to it so you can see. Now, I'm going to kind of do a 360 right here so you can see the little factory right there, and then the river behind me, and an industrial park right there, industrial building. And then right up the way, we're going to see the other side of those condominiums, which start at $800,000 to $900,000, by the way. So, when you're talking about living in Petaluma, you are not talking cheap living, because you're paying for the beautiful weather, access to everything like the San Francisco Bay, and it's beautiful. And it's beautiful sunny California, and everybody loves it, so there's the price tag. So here we are on the Petaluma River. I'll do a little slow-mo 360 tour that goes all the way out to San Francisco. There you can see in back of me the industry. I don't know what I'm standing on. And then the river that goes that way up to town. And then there's a turnaround where the big steamboats used to turn around. And it's really neat down here. So people like living here because it's a little bit industry, I should say. And but it's quiet and it's kind of cool. The tide's out right now, by the way. It's really low. And you can see it flowing in and out just like you were on a beach. So it's kind of neat. The freeway's way over there. I don't know if you can see it. Freeway's way over there. That's the 101 that goes up from San Francisco to Petaluma. It's always close by. So if you're commuting, if you have to get back in your car and commute a few days a month, or hopefully not every day, but you know, you got to go back to the office, you may want to live in Petaluma, because this is kind of a place where people like to live but work in San Francisco or even Oakland. Sold a few houses where people are like, yeah, I just have to go to Oakland 7 or 8 days a month, but they want to come home to a cute little town. So you can see the railroad tracks. See them? Woo! So the train doesn't come through here anymore. It does come through the other side, though. On the other side of the river is the SMAR Train, so you can take that all the way to Larkspur, which is the city that sits right on the bay where it ends, and then you can take a ferry to San Francisco. So this is a super industrial part, the other street that goes back the other way. And I do not know what MFA is, but this is the watershed building, which just used to be crummy old warehouses even when I was working here just 10 or 12 years ago. And now it's a great looking industrial building. Ooh, I'd like to go in there. There's some cool old stuff. So there's a Foundry up here. Did I already say that? There's cool old funky homes here. See the funky architecture? It's kind of neat. So you can live all amongst it. And here's the other side of those condominiums. This must be 500 First Street. There you go. And a little cafeteria right there. So that's kind of fun. And you can just walk and live here. Now I'm going to hit these right here. See this? I know the sun's kind of shining in the wrong way, but that's a big long row of nice condominiums. I watch those going up. And those are 2 and 3 story. And they're really good looking inside. And they have roof access. I mean, if you've lived that way in San Francisco and you're not quite ready for a house, you can live the same way in Petaluma. Only you won't have to deal with San Francisco. So that inner city kind of thing going on with the industrial look, we got it right here in Petaluma. So it's really great. So this is the Warf district, and it's pretty great. Oh look, Alec's ice cream. Let's check it out. It's not open. See what I mean? You make all kinds of discoveries walking around down here. Look at that. Alec's ice cream in a little warehouse in the middle of nowhere. Well, somewhere. But that's a cool old warehouse they painted, made it look great. And there's some ice cream in there. So make sure you come down to First Street and eat some ice cream, okay? Look it up on Instagram. Buy the ice cream. Bevolve Creamery right here. So there's a whole creamery right there. None of this was here just 5-8 years ago. So it's pretty cool. And I would love moving back in this neighborhood because it's real interesting. And it's not a bunch of work trucks going back and forth and real noisy. It's not like super quiet like you're back in some neighborhood because it's in the heart of Petaluma. But it's just not that kind of industry where big trucks and lots of noisy things happen. There is a recycling center right there. And look at the big girl. See that statue? There's a Foundry here. And it's an art studio. And I'm trying to learn more about it. And I didn't do that before I shot my video. But that's amazing. That's a huge statue. Look at her. All metal. Kind of amazing. So anyway, that's the Warf district in Petaluma. I wanted you to see it because it's great. I would call it mid-south Petaluma. You can walk south of here and come across more shops and Peruvian restaurant over there. And I mean, the walkability is a 10 when you live in the Warf. It's definitely great. And if you need to go to parks and what have you, if you're a bike rider, you can bike ride from here. There's a swim center 5 minutes from here. Lots of shopping, Target, all that kind of stuff is just over the bridge here. Or not over, yeah, it's over a bridge, kind of. But everything's close. And you can see I'm walking by. This is actually apartment communities. I know it looks like a factory, but it's pretty cool apartments. And this is like the perfect time for me to do this video because I'm not dodging cars. Anyway, the Warf district, it's a little bit industrial, Old Town Petaluma mixed in, a little art community, cafes, ice cream, all all kinds of great stuff. And then if you want to walk to, I don't know, your yacht club is right there, Petaluman Yacht Club, and eateries are 2 seconds down the road here. See in back of me? Right down there. Petaluman Yacht Club and the Mill, where they have live music every night, and there's 3 or 5 more restaurants you can go hang out. So it's a cool place because you just never need your car, especially if you don't have to drive much for work and you're working out of your house. You might really dig it here. So look, my information is on here. I am a Sonoma County realtor. My name is Anita Anderson. This is my YouTube channel, Discover Sonoma County Living. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button because I put out a video at 1 o'clock every Friday, or 1 a.m. every Friday. And we're going to talk about all the great cities in Sonoma County, or at least the top 6 that I work in the most, which is Petaluma, Sonoma, Rohnert Park, Santa Rosa, Windsor, Sebastopol, and I think that's it. So I'm going to do a lot of neighborhood videos like this, and also highlighting some of the businesses and the funky little areas that people just wouldn't know about if you're moving here from a far off land. So if you need to move and you need a realtor, that's what I do. Give me a call. The only way we can make things happen is if you call me. So my information is below. It's also on the screen right now. And thanks for watching. Once again, this is Anita with Keller Williams Real Estate and Discover Sonoma County Living, and I'll see you around the neighborhood.